Hello, my dear friends. I hope you are all well. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late. I panicked. My camera screen was black, and I forgot that when I left to go to Syracuse, I put the cap on because I wouldn't have been using it for a while and I didn't want to get dust in my camera. So I was panicking playing with all these settings and the cap was on. So if that gives you any indication of the Monday I've started out with. But the good news is I get to be here with my fabulous crafty friends, which makes this the ever amazing Monday. So excited. Hello. Yes, I know I refuse to turn the heat on, but I've got my sweatshirt and I've got long pajama pants and it's only September, but my house is generally cold in the winter, so I'm going to go with that. And yeah, so I'm so excited today. We're going to have a play. Oh, and everybody please say hello and thank you to the amazing Bernadette who is behind the badge today. Bernadette she took over from my angel who had my angel wings. So she has her Bernadette wings on today to help us out. So please, everyone, welcome Bernadette as well behind the scenes because we could not do this without our fabulous behind the scenes folks. Hello, everyone. Can't find me on Facebook. It's showing I'm on Facebook. So I can only trust the tech. LOL, right? Okay, so I'm a little chatty today, more so than normal, which I didn't think was a thing, but apparently it is. Okay, so we're gonna craft. I'm here for, and we're gonna use the dynamic duo Bird on a Bloom because I wanted to show you a couple things with it. So kind of really excited to share that with you. And it's a great subscription. So let's move it on down. We're also using our new inks today. Yay. Very exciting. So we always love it when we get new ink colors, right? Or new families even. All right. Well, hello to Nancy who can't get here today. I'm glad she thought of us. Whatever is keeping her otherwise engaged, she still thought of us, and that is fabulous. Okay. So here we go. We will zoom out a little. Hopefully you don't see just my cell phone holder. Nothing bad, meaning my horrible messy desk is what's bad behind it. So I have all these beautiful inks, which we just released, and I'm practicing my family names because they're new to me. So Carnival Magic, Mediterranean Glow, Aqua Island. Going to play a little with these today. Oh, good, Sue, you found me. I hate to be lost. It's always not good to be lost. So we're going to play with these today. Cotton Candy moved over. Let me hold them up for you. Cotton Candy moved over from our Crisp Dye ink. Coral Red was from a retreat. Cherry Sweet is from the amazing Amy Tan collection with Altenew. And Rhodolite was a friend in the jewel tones of the Crisp Dye ink. So they've moved on over and created their own happy little ink family, which is fab. This is not the new stamp wheel. I can bring out the new stamp wheel, absolutely. This is Mediterranean Glow, which has Honeydew Glow, which is from a retreat. Antique Olive. Oh Love. So Antique Olive is a new friend. Oh Love, which is an old friend from Secret Garden 2023. And Sugar Kelp, which is a new friend. And then we have here from Frozen Delights making an appearance. I feel like I'm introducing like a band. Mint Chocolate. So I say chocolate. I say mint chocolate chip, actually. That's what I call it, but it's mint chalk. So there we go. So that's coming over from Frozen Delights, which I think Tisneem made to make us all want ice cream and be hungry. Pool, which is coming over from the Secret Garden Retreat. Mystic Lake, a new friend. And Teal Tempest, a new friend. We love new friends. So exciting. Okay, so the giveaway, I'll just tell you why this wouldn't be the Stamp Wheel 2.0, because I have the Slim Grip mat in there so I can align my cardstock. So this is our trusted, faithful friend. I'm going to move this a little. I just don't want to take away too much light from you guys, but there's that annoying bar of light, so I can always change some things. So this is our old trusted friend, the fabulous, the one, the only, the original stamp wheel. So we love our original stamp wheel as well as the new one coming out. Very exciting. And I bet you Bernadette can pop the pre-order link for the new guy in there too. So if you have not seen the new guy, let me just grab him. He's right here in the Stamp Wheel family drawer. I have a drawer of stamp wheels and their accoutrement. So they're what do you call it? They're accessories, because it all needs accessories, right? Yes, I have to keep my mats relatively clean. When I use pinks, as you tell, can't help it. So this is the new guy, new gal, new crafty thing on the scene. Woohoo! Hello from New Hampshire, a New Englander. Yes, I love when I see New Englanders and Mainers, because I don't see very many Mainers. And I'm from Maine, so I love to see my Mainers. But I love to see everybody. But it's fun to see people from your neck of the woods, so to speak. So this is the new guy on the scene. Right now, no accessories yet, of course. The amazing product design team, product development team is creating all kinds of goodies that you can imagine that are going to go with the Stamp Wheel 2.0. So those to be coming soon. See, Bernadette, I knew she could get you guys in touch with the new stamp wheel. So if you're interested in the new stamp wheel, please go check it out. If you haven't seen it, couple differences. Let me grab a piece of our beautiful cardstock here, just so that you can see. I'm not showing you the cardstock. I just, so I can show you the rings. And then I promise we'll get to our bird on a bloom, because I'm very excited about this set. So on here, you'll notice there are concentric circles on here. On the older one, there were dashed lines. Okay, and I have my square grid foot plate there. So let me grab another plate. So this one, as you can see, it had dashed lines. Let me move my cardstock here. This one had dashed lines, so they weren't concentric circles. And then this one has the beautiful concentric circles. So very excited about that. Easier to line things up, make wreaths, all kinds of goodies. And the other super duper exciting, one-handed, I can pull this off, literally and figuratively. You can pull the side off of the Stamp Wheel 2.0 to accommodate those big, beautiful stamp sets that Altenew makes that are 8.5 by 11, and we love. So we want more of those stamp sets. We needed the Stamp Wheel 2.0. There's also etchings on the sides, on both sides. This is the only side that comes off, is on the right-hand side. And then these pieces, you can see the black that's on the back of your stamp wheel. Okay, that's not magnet. It's just the mat on the back. So all you do is you just put this into place, and it just slides right into place down there, and you're good to go. So that is the beautiful, amazing Stamp Wheel 2.0. So very exciting to have that. I don't really need that big today, so I probably, but I am always happy to show it. This is my favorite stamp wheel accessory, the square grid flip plate. I love this. I love the little squares. I don't know what it is. I just love it. So anyways, let's get to the star of today's show. The inks in the stamp wheel have been stealing this poor little birdie show. We have the dynamic duo bird on a bloom, and I'm so excited to share this. I thought this was just a genius little set. Lots of ways that you can use this. Okay. So I'm very, very excited. And I did check, and it is in stock, so that's also exciting. This has a 2-piece simple coloring stencil set, but I'm going to show you how you can change that too. Oh, good. Teresa loves the square grid as well. Oh, good. Sharing. Yes. Why is sharing important? In case you are a newer viewer, sharing gets you entered in to win a $15 gift certificate. And maybe you pick up a new ink cube set. Maybe you pre-order the stamp wheel. Maybe you get the bird on the bloom. So then we have the die set. This is an add-on, so it doesn't come in the subscription. Okay, this is a subscription, one of our many amazing subscriptions. We have so many beautiful different subscriptions, something for everybody, which is great. We have the Build a Garden, the Mini Delight, the Craft a Flower, Craft Your Life Project Kit, Dynamic Duo, and stencil art. I think I got everybody. We have so many beautiful, beautiful sets. So if you love to work with dies, Craft a Flower is fabulous. If you love to work with everything, we have the Craft Your Life kit that has the embossing folder, the stencil, the stamp, the die. It has it all. Build a Garden has a stamp, a blending tool, and a stencil. Sometimes it has a die. So very exciting. Oh yeah, we're ink blending today. We are ink blending. Absolutely. So yeah. And then this one comes, the Dynamic Duo comes with this cute 3x4 stamp set that coordinates and has some fabulous sentiments and also some detail images if, big IF, if we want to add them. Oh, good, Cindy, I'm so glad. The great thing about the subscriptions that's unique to Altenew, okay, because I've done subscriptions out in the world as well. I'm a crafter, right? The thing that's unique is you can skip it if you need to. So say, 1 month you're like, oh, geez, I love it. I just don't have the finances this month, but next month I can get it. You can skip it. Okay. Or if you see a design and you're like, I love that design, but I have something similar that I already love. So I'm going to skip it. So you can skip, which I love. Love that they do that. The other great thing about having the subscription is it saves you the moolah, my friends. There is a discount because you subscribe. And it also, as an exclusive perk, you get it a month before. So you're already crafting with this, you're having fun, life is good, and then it comes out to the general public. So you get shown the designs in advance of that, in advance of them shipping it out to you. So lots of cool, exciting reasons to be a subscriber. So if you'd like more information about that, please check out the Altenew website. And if you have any questions beyond that, beyond looking at the website, always feel free to reach out to us at support@Altenew. We're happy to answer any questions that you have. Okay, and then here's the die set. These are the bolded sentiments. Okay, right here, you can see they're bolded. So it's all of them on this are going to be cut out for you, as well as the bird and as well as the flowers. All right. Oh, you're doing comfy cozy too. Oh, very exciting. Lots of exciting stuff coming up. And I can move my mouse. We're not doing anything with that today. Oh, goodness. You guys are like, and what magic crafting trick is she going to do with the mouse today? Oh, goodness. All right, so I want to show you guys a trick right out of the gate, which I'm sure you guys have done millions of times. But just in case we have any new crafters with us, I also want to share this, okay? Now, I don't like to do this for my sentiments. Some folks like to do it for their sentiments as well. But if I have something I'm stenciling, sometimes I like to do the die cuts first. And this is saying something because I recently spent like 16 hours die cutting straight little pieces. So to say I want to die cut, I love you all so much. Oh, goodness gracious. But it was such a great event we had in the live event, the live in-person event in Syracuse. If you were not able to join us this year, hopefully you'll be able to join us at a live event sometime in the future, because they're so much fun. To meet all of you would be like a dream come true. So very excited for the folks that we've met, but we all want to meet all of you, right? I want to give you all, as Lydia would say, a squidge. Amy, if you let me know. I mean, honestly, right? Okay, let me turn it off first. Otherwise, it'll be going everywhere. There is, like, you could do this with alcohol inks, our refills, and, put it in that tin and kind of give it a shakeroo, so maybe. Okay. Well, I don't know, Tracy, if it's Yara's trick. It's been around as long as I have, so I don't know who first came up with it. But it definitely is something that I think new crafters should really, really know about, because it helps you, right, to know your outlines. And I'm going to be honest with you, in case this goes wonky. Sometimes I do this and it still goes wonky on me. And you know what? It's all right. It's okay. No worries. All right. So we're going to line up our little friends here. Whew, I chatted too much today. Hello, everyone. Again, and thank you so much for sharing. We love it when you guys share. It's fabulous. I have to tell you, today, we are going to break in some new ink blending tools. They're perfectly white. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that exciting? Does that make you guys happy too? Let me know. I want to know, does a white blending brush make you really, really happy? Because you feel like, you know, you're bringing the color. You're bringing the love to it. I did reuse the Rhodolite one because I already had a Rhodolite one. So I did reuse that one. Okay. So we've got these. We may have to add some colors for our bird. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. We will need black. I'd like to use black for the bird, but so I do reserve the right to pull in some other ink colors. I feel like I'm in a crafting competition here. Like I'm letting you guys know specifically what I'm doing. Okay. So now that we have this, now you can begin. Okay. And when I do stencils, okay, not knowing, I like to have a nice big piece of cardstock, right? Like I like 5.5 by 5.5 when I'm doing stenciling and I don't kind of know how it's going to go. We've taken that out. Oh, goodness. I'm hot now. Maynard transplanted. So Deb, you're connected to both Tracy and I here. Maynard and the Floridaite. Is it Floridaites? I don't know how that goes. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and you can see with the stencil material, right? You can see right through your cardstock. So I'm going to try to line this up the bestest that I can. And you guys will probably line it up perfectly at home, but I'm looking through screens and lights. So that's my disclaimer. But this is going to help me because I can see right where it's already cut. I don't have to worry about it. Now, the other thing is as well, if you're just worried about, say you want to just stencil it all, you don't want to die cut first. The other thing you can do, I was going to say, oh gosh, where did I put my dies? I left them on the magnet because I was smart. Yay me. The other thing you could do, say you don't want to die cut first, but you want to know where the outline of your stencil is going to be, you could come in and kind of just trace it lightly with some pencil lines. So that would help you. And if you're going to be doing something, say you're doing like a whole background, but you need to know where it is and you want to make sure that stuff isn't going to overlap, use your dies, okay? Because these are layering pieces. So the die is the thing that tells you how big it's going to be. So if you're saying, hey, I didn't order the dies yet. I didn't know there was a die set yet. So I missed that. Now what do I do? So the other thing you can do is go through, stencil it, right? Then you can fussy cut and you can have your basic one to kind of throw around. I have one here. Oh, it's across from me, of course. Why wouldn't it be? So here, see, I have one here. So this one I use part on another card. So it's a little short, as you can see. So it's a bit short, but imagine it's not short. So then you just, you die cut this out and then you can do this and you can trace around this as well. Okay. So if you want to know that. And this is kind of what we're going to do today a little bit. We're going to use multiple colors on different layers and turn this into kind of a layered stencil a little bit because we're layering color. So we can't create steps that aren't there, but we can layer in the color. Then I'm going to add a little artist marker, I think, in there. So we'll see how that all shapes out. But let's get blending. I say for our flower, let's go ahead. Let's start with cotton candy. Okay. And this is my first time using these all together. So I'm so excited to share that with you guys. And if you didn't know, you can easily stick your ink cube. I can blend effortlessly and my cube doesn't move because it's on my beautiful sticky mat. All right. And then I'm going to start up in the bud center and I'm going to blend out. But I'm going to make sure that's nice and dark. I want that nice and dark in there. We're going to add more color. Don't you worry. But I want to make sure it's nice and dark right at that edge. So let's do this. So that one, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the cotton candy. Okay, because we still have this guy down here. This one, we may need to pull some colors, but it's okay because we love colors. All right. And then we're going to bring the coral red. Oh, me too, Deb. I love anytime I can see anything new being used, I'm like, yes, I feel so inspired, even if I don't have it. Now, this one's super juicy, so I'm going to be careful, okay? So I'm going to bring that out, and I just want to add that as detail, okay, to my cotton candy. Then I'm bringing it down here as the color. I'm going to be careful because it's super duper juicy. But who doesn't love a nice juicy ink pad? Ooh, 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 all the color. All right, so we may need to bring in a color, but that's okay. That's all right. Okay. So we've done that. Okay. And what I'm going to do, a little trickaroo, because we love trickaroos here, right? We love trickaroos. Okay, we're going to be careful. We didn't get that up there. So this might not look blended beautifully because I blended that on there and then I stopped short, right? Stopped quick. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come down where it meets and I'm lightly, okay? I'm not putting a lot of pressure or a ton of ink. I'm going to blend out and smooth those lines. Think of it like watercolor, okay? When you come in with watercolor, and then I'm just going to blend that down. Okay, then we'll lift that up. Actually, nope, not yet. We're going to use our cherry sweet down here. Okay. I know you can one-hand craft with a sticky mat. This was like genius. Genius. I'm like, it just can't get better. And then somehow the amazing designers at Altenew, they find a way. All right. So again, I'm going to come back in with my coral red, right? This actually looks pretty blended. It looks pretty good from what I can see, but it's a good habit, okay? It's a good habit to have just to get those lines blended out and beautiful. And I got to get my mini cube ones on there. I haven't done that yet, so I'm trying to be super careful with them. All right, so let's peel and reveal because we're using the sticky mat. Look how pretty. Look how pretty. So pretty. Okay, so we're going to clean this quickly with our isopropyl alcohol. I just have it in a sprayer. And then I have my ugly microfiber cloths that you guys see in videos because they're very well loved. These cloths. They go for baths, but they always seem to stay dirty. All right, so now, okay, got a little something, something there. And I did have a little ink bleeding because, like I said, it was super juicy, but that's okay. Now, this time, it's easier to line up because we have those outlines helping us. And we have the outlines of the ink. I should have clarified when I say outlines. So we have the outline of the die cut, and we have the outline of the ink. So I'm going to trust my ink. I'm going to defer to my ink outline. Okay, and if I'm a little off kilter, as I generally am in life, as you guys know, I'm a little quirky. So, okay, so a little quirky. So yeah, I may be a little off kilter on my blending too. So this one, right, because we did cotton candy and coral red there, now we're going to do cherry sweet and rhodolite there, okay? And down here, ooh, tough decisions. I think we're going to do cherry sweet. And then I think, oh, tough decision. Tough decision. All right. Ooh, all right. Oh, goodness. I know. The Jeopardy music should be on for me. I think I want to use, I'm going to do grapevine with it. But this is what you do, right? Because I'm like, oh, I just like grapevine. I want to use grapevine, right? Oh, no, I'm so glad you guys are here. So I'm just going to drag these on a piece of cardstock. And I may stick grapevine before rhodolite, and I may stick it after rhodolite. All right, we're going to stick grapevine in before rhodolite. See how beautiful? See the difference? Look at that. stunning. Oh, good. Amy, you're with me. So you're not on the keel either. We're just having fun crafting, going wild. I think it's fun to go wild in crafting, right? All right, so I'll pull my grapevine blender. So we are going to go cherry sweet and rhodolite on top. Okay, so we'll begin with the cherry sweet. Now, if you don't trust yourself ink blending, meaning you're like me and heavy-handed, I highly recommend these fellas. These are the micro blending brushes. They're fantastic, and I'll show you what I mean. I'll use one. First, we're going to do the cherry sweet. I trust myself with the cherry sweet. Okay, so I'm just going to blend, and again, it's going to be darker where I'm coming up, and then blend out. And you can get looks just like this. So these simple coloring stencils, when I first met them way back in, oh gosh, it's been like 6 or 7 years since we've had these simple coloring stencils. We've had them kind of all along to, fill in florals and such. And I was like, what's the point in a simple stencil? What's the point? So many things you can do, so many things. And I'm excited to share those with you. Now, this flower will be a little bit different, right? Because we're using rhodolite right after. We're not going to grapevine. So what I'm going to do, I've got my beautiful color with my cherry sweet. All right, close your eyes if you're vertigo-ish. I can't, but you can. You can see, look at that color. I can see it. But now I'm going to come in with this, okay? And then I'm just going to blend. I'm going to blend this on. And I've got it really, really dark near that edge, which I love, okay? Then I'm going to put that on there so I don't get confused because I don't have my labels on yet. Then I'm going to wipe this up a little bit, just a little, just carefully wipe that. That's the other good thing about die cutting first is that you won't get it on your paper, you'd get it on your mat. Then I'm going to come in, I'm going to tap this off because look how juicy that is. You can also tap off in your matte ink cube cover. And then I'm just going to blend that line because I want that line to be very soft. And these, remember, these are dye inks. Its job is to dye that paper. And sometimes it takes a little bit. It starts working immediately. Like it doesn't lay on the job. It starts working immediately. But you may come in tomorrow and be like, whoa, you did a good job, big fella. Like I didn't want you to dye the paper that much. You may have to add a little bit more ink. But it's really good at its job. It's really good at dyeing that paper. So if you were wondering about that. Oh yeah, you got to have the contrast. I firmly am a believer in the contrast. All right, here we go. So we got grapevine now. Okay, my friends, we got grapevine because I had my Jeopardy music from Tracy so I could pick a color. And I'm a little crooked, but I'm going with it at this point because I'd like to be able to show you the birds too. And this one is drier. Okay. And then I'm going to go out, blend it out. Might want to re-ink this one. I didn't realize I use grapevine a lot though. That is one of my favorite families, the Red Cosmos. Okay. And let me see. You can also come in from the tips. Say you just want darker tips on some of your flowers. You can also do that. And this works for anything, my friends, not just for this stencil. You could have dark tips and dark center. Whatever you are feeling is the right project to make. All right, now we're coming in with the big guns, the rhodolite. This is the color. This is the, as Chandler says on Friends, whoop-ah. I love that. I love Friends. My son and I probably could do every episode of Friends. We loved Friends. Okay. So again, if you wanted to, you could add to the tips and to the center. I almost did it. You guys saw it. I almost went into that rhodolite. I'm being a good girl though. I caught myself. Okay, I'm just going to get a little grapevine again, just to blend, because I don't want any harsh lines on my blending. And again, some of those harsh lines, say you got a harsh line, and I'm going to go back out, okay, because I'll lift it up so you guys can see. Say you got a harsh line and you're like, oh, it just doesn't work for me. This is so frustrating. I'm very angry. This isn't working. Give it time, my friends. Even some of those lines will disappear for you, okay? So let it do its job. Sometimes you need to let it sit, let the ink do its job because they're hard workers, and then you got to come back, Okay. And you're going to see that they've been working while you've been cooking dinner or watching your favorite TV show. How pretty would that be if you do holiday cards? I mean, come on, look at the colors. Stunning, stunning, beautiful, beautiful color family. Okay. Now I'm going to be wild. I don't know. Well, maybe I'm not going to be wild. I don't know. Let's see. Flower centers, I think I'm going to be kind of contained with my flower centers. I think we're going to go ahead. I'm going to use my fall harvest. I love my fall harvest for flower centers. I just do. So I think we're going to do that. And then I can also show you a trick if you want to bring in your artist markers with that. So let's grab, we go to stencil 2 for this. Okay, so we're going to go to stencil 2. We are going to use the Mediterranean glow for our leaves, and we'll use the teal on our bird. So if I just have to hurry because I want to get to the bird. If I had realized that that was my camera cap, I would have been in better situation. Oh, you can't make it up, guys. You just can't make it up. The panic. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to miss the live. Like, stuff's not working. What's going on? Yep. Okay. Now, I love a fall harvest for a flower center. Now, you can start building with your lightest color. Okay. So we're using butternut. You can start building. What I mean by that is adding, right, a lot of color where you are going to put the concentration. Now, I put a C, and I've done this for a little bit, not because of my name, just because the shadow often goes like that, like it's going to go down on it. So, and you can tilt it. I just did my C, but you could tilt it. Now I'm going to come in with the darker of the two, right? And I'm just going to add that. Okay. And again, you can add more and more. You could bring in the yellow ochre or ochre, however you say it. I say ochre. And so just blend that on. Okay. And I try not to go the whole distance of what I've done with the first ink, meaning the butternut. So I try not to make my C as wide. Sometimes I get carried away. The next secret, currently obsessed with making pumpkins. Oh yeah, pumpkins. Pumpkins. Love pumpkins. The next fun secret is I'm going to take my yellow ochre artist marker and I'm just going to add some random dots. Okay. So you don't have to be good with artist markers for this. You just have to make a dot. Try to make them all different sizes. Okay. Try not to make them all the same size like I'm doing up there. Okay. And again, kind of make your C shape. Mine's kind of a half moon here, and then we'll take the Sicilian amber. Now you can take all 4 colors. I just find since I've blended on those other 2, I really just like using the darkest. I use the 2 colors that I have not used. So just kind of a fun, if you're not great with artist markers and it builds your confidence a little because you've done something and you've done something miraculous with them by just adding. And then look at the detail we added just by doing that step. Look at that. I mean, seriously, just so easy. All the blending brushes are amazing, but these 2 are my favorites. The micro, I can't talk enough. I could do a symposium on the micro blending brushes and how much I love them. I could write a thesis. And my minis don't leave me either. Those 2, I have to keep ordering these ones because I put the wrong color on the wrong brush. It's a whole thing. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead. We're going to do our stems, and then we're going to do our bird. We're going to do our bird. And I forgot. The good thing is, my friend, we've already die cut. And I don't think on the bird, I'm going to add the detail stamps. I'm not going to add the detail stamps on my flowers because I like them just the way they are. Okay, so now I've got my C1 layer, okay, which goes here, and we're on stencil 2, my friends, if you're following along. Just going to get this lined up as best as I can. Giving it the old eyeball. Okay. Trying to make sure I get that into place. I'm going to make sure I get the top one lined up, and then the bottom one's just going to fall into place, I believe. Okay, so we are going to, we're using all four. Why not, right? Why not? Okay, so for the flower little centers that are sticking out, I'm going to use the olive because I want that to be nice and dark because that's coming out of kind of the center of the flower. Okay, so I'm going to use the olive there. Now, we usually start with our lightest ink first, right? But if you trust yourself, LOL, because I'm saying that with, I don't trust myself, I'm heavy-handed, I can outline where I would put my darkest inks. Okay. So I can add my darkest inks where I would want them. I just have to be careful, again, LOL, because I don't want to add too much of the dark ink, right? Because I can't take it away. So that's why it's generally safer, especially for me. And I think I just went on my flower there. That's okay. I'm just going to go with it. It's safer for me to start with the lighter inks as well. Okay. Let me see. And we can go now again, if you don't trust yourself with the inks, just feeling there's a corner that's larger and you can just pop the top. I'm just trying not to drop the ink cube on my project here. There we go. Ah, see, and I dropped it. I dropped that anyways. Oh, goodness gracious, you guys. I tell you. All right, we're going to pick that's a gray. See, I have another bucket. We're going to pick a dark green for the sugar kelp. And then I'm just going to go in, just barely touching it. Again, LOL. You guys know I'm heavy-handed, so it's kind of an LOL. So if you don't want to mask, these are great as well, right? Because I'm not masking. I just have a little brush and I'm just kind of blending my little heart out. Just having a fun blend. Okay, so I just added a little bit of that. So then because I went dark to light, right? I want to make sure to wipe this off. And do not wipe towards your piece. I'm wiping down because it's going to go on the sticky mat. Okay, and I'm just going to wipe right there really quick. Then I will come into the antique olive. Okay. And then, because I've cleaned my stencil, so now I can just kind of blend all of that in together. And apparently I'm just going to use the 3. Okay, that's okay, because we have more. We have more. There's another layer, so we can make sure we get them all in the other one. All right, look how pretty. Look how pretty. Okay, now I'm going to come in, and we can use this. Did I do it? Oh no, I'm like, did I do it backwards? We can use what we've already stenciled to help us line up our stencils. Okay. And this time I'm going to begin with the Honeydew Glow. I almost got it confused with my Peachy Glow because I love my Peachy Glow. I am surprised you guys got me to put down my Peachy Glow. I love Peachy Glow. Just do. Love it. And there's nothing wrong with loving it. All right, antique olive. This is olive, actual olive. Honeydew Glow. I'm just making sure I don't mix up my blending tools, considering it's the first time I used them. All right. And we're going to go just add where it would be darker. Sorry. Oh, Dexy has a fun box of shipping paper, and including some beautiful Altenew tissue paper, because why shouldn't he? He loves Altenew too. So he has some beautiful Altenew tissue paper, and he loves to go in there and make it make noise. And of course they know when I'm live, and they're like, oh, hey, you know, everybody wants to hear from me too, Mom. Let them know I'm here. Let me jump in my box, and then they'll know. So Dexy is here, and Dexy says hello to everyone. All right, and then we'll finish up with our sugar kelp, and then we're moving on to our bird. with 15 minutes to go, but I think we can do it. Okay, I have faith in us. All right. And again, see, we've already die cut. So that's the good part. And the background's going to be really simple. So I may go 1 minute over, Bernadette. I'm going to try not to, but I might. So there are the flowers. How beautiful. Oh, Avril's saying hello, Dexy. Saying hello to Dexy. Oh, he just looked out of his box. I think he says hello back. Okay, so I'm going to pick these up. I shouldn't. I'm on the time clock. I'm in a time crunch, and I'm cleaning. I don't even clean when I have all the time in the world. You should see my desk. Okay. I just say that because I think everybody out there can relate to me with that. I don't want to be like, I'm a crafty mess, but I'm a crafty mess. And, you know, I think I'm more creative because of it. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I feel more creative because I am a crafty kind of mess here. Dexy the musician. Yes, he is. Okay, so we're going to be kind of straightforward here with our little birdie. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tilt my birdie. You guys may have, oh yes, I will let them know. You guys may have seen this as coming soon. So I'm sneaking in some stuff today. This is the fabulous Perfect Picker Tool by Altenew. The fabulous thing for me is I know A is the pointy end and W is the wax end because I pick my die before I pick it up. And my friend Karen pointed out one has a gold end. So the gold end is my picky tool because that's what I use most. So that's coming soon, my friends. Got to keep your eyeballs peeled for that. All right, we're going to line this up. We are going to use jet black for his little toes. And we will use an Amy tan for his little nose. His toes and nose. His toes and nose. Okay. I got to stop. I just want to sing and craft with you guys. But if I sang, you guys would definitely not come back. You'd be like, oh gosh, she sings. I cannot go to her live session. Ooh, ooh, ooh. No. I would scare you all away with my singing. Okay. So this, I believe, is my black blending tool. It's going to be his feet. I think his feet are meant to be black. Let's check his toes. Oh no, his toes are orange too. Oh my gosh. I'm panicking, Bernadette. I'm panicking. I'm feeling okay, Zen. We're crafting with our dear friends. Zen it out. Got to Zen it out. All right. So we're all orange here. All orange because we add the black with the stamping. So I need the black, just not yet. So that's a beautiful Tangerine Dream from the Amy Tan for Altenew collection. We've done D1 and D2. Look at that. We're knocking them right out of the park here. Okay. Then we're going to come over. We're going to do D3. And on here, there's a little beak. Hopefully you can see it. There's a little line. There we go. You can see the head and the beak. So that's what I'm going to attempt to line up. Again, I'm doing it through a bunch of lights. So if we don't get lined up 100%, it is me. And I don't want to stick my melon in as many times as I possibly would need to. So I'm just looking to make sure I get his little beakaroo lined up. His body's touching his feet. And we're going to call that successful. So hopefully it all comes together like a good plan. Oh, the only reason I said that, yes, the picker tool, October 3rd, I believe. Can you prop the link so they could check that out as well, Bernadette, please? And thank you so much. Bernadette is awesome. Okay, here we go. I appreciate all your hard work. So this is mint chalk, or in the Casey household, it is mint chocolate chip because I can't say mint chalk. So I just go mint chocolate chip. I think A, because it's delicious. I don't have it often, but it is delicious when I have it. It's not my favorite ice cream flavor. All right. And then we're going to align the head and the beak. The old beakaroo. All right. And then these line up as well. Let's see. Okay. we are going to, just making sure, oh, this one goes all the way over to his, like I said, if I don't get it perfectly, please don't blame the die set. It's really me and I'm rushing, so I apologize. But I was so excited to share this with you. And you guys know I get a little excited when I craft, just a tad. All right, so then, plus I wanted to show you these colors. Woot, woot. Okay, Pool, who is, ooh, juicy, juicy fella. Okay, I'm going to be careful because sometimes if it's too juicy, it can leave little dots on your work, which is nothing. It just shows there was excess ink. It's no biggie. I usually either put a sentiment over it or I just let it flow. Let it go. Little extra ink. I had a juicy ink pad. It's okay. Ooh, look how cute he is. Oh my God, he's so cute. I think I shall call him Bob. All right. And then we got to make sure Bob's tail is lined up here. Okay. Why I'm calling him Bob, I don't know. Oh, thank you, Teresa. He goes together pretty quickly though, you know, and I love that so, okay, so I have a conundrum and I know you guys can relate to this. I love die cutting, but I also love me some layered stencils because I love ink blending. I think I just love ink blending all the things, whether it's a layered stencil, it's a die cut. I just want to blend all the things. So I'm holding down, and you're probably like, why is she holding that one and then adding no ink? That's a fair question. I was just asking myself that same question. But I was using my tweezers to help me hold down the fiddly bits. I missed a fiddly bit, but that's okay. We're working it here. We're working it. But to hold, see, so I get nice, beautiful white lines. That one went a little mishmash. That's okay. Oh my gosh, look how handsome. Oh my gosh, Bob, you might be the handsomest bird I've ever seen. Okay, so we got to get Bob's nose lined up. And we know Bob's gonna fill in here, right? This is the last layer. So I know that I can kind of line this up here. And it's gonna fill in Bob's gaps, right? Because we don't want Bob going out into the world with gaps. All right, and then I haven't tried this one, Teal Tempest. I'm so excited. So excited. I love birds at a distance. I have a dear friend who has birds and they like me over Zoom and I like them over Zoom. I get scared when anything is flying around my head. I think more so I got a bat stuck in my hair when I was a teenager because I had snuck out of the house, being honest, and I have told my mother, I did admit it. So I'm now scared of things getting stuck in my hair because I have very thick hair. It's longish, shoulder length, but it's a thick mane. And M-A-N-E, not M-I-M-A-I-N-E, L-O-L. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to wiggle this towards me so I can see Bob's feet and his nose. Oh, there's his nose. Okay, there we go. And trying to get Bob all situated. Come on, Bob. Come on, Bob. Bob's wanting to stick to my fingers. So I'm going to try to get Bob not to stick to my tweezers. All right. So we're going to get Bob going here. Okay. And we're going to stamp him. And again, if he's crooked, I apologize. But he's just a good looking bird. He's just a good looking fella. Oh, we got plenty. 8 minutes to make a card. My gosh, we should make 2. I'm just kidding. I mean, we could, right? We could make 2. All right. So there we go. There's Bob. Good going, Bob. You looking good? Handsome fella. Good looking guy. All right. So we got Bob the bird, and we've got our beautiful flowers. Okay. And you can kind of see some of if you may have looked and like, whoa, those are dark. Some of my leaves have already blended back, right? That's its job. It's still working while we're chatting. This is still working, which is awesome. All right. we are going to take a card panel and we are going to, let's see how this goes. LOL, here we go. All right, I just want a really light kind of background. I don't want, okay, so we're doing a light, it's a gray. Okay, and I'm doing good because I haven't put too much pressure. Maybe we put a little darker at the top, so I'm going to add a little bit more pressure. Okay, and maybe we kind of frame it a little, come down some. Okay, so we got our gray there. And you might be looking at it going like, I don't think that's gray. So there's the white. It's just very subtle. Hopefully you can see. There you go. You can see a little bit. There we go. All right. What we are going to do, of course, anybody guess what we're getting next? Anybody guess what we're getting next? I betcha all of you could guess. You just can't type the fastest all at once what I'm getting now. Everybody knows. All right. I remember that song from a movie in the 80s. Everybody knows. All right. I'm going to have to watch that movie now. All right. And I am so not putting enough foam tape on here. I'm going to have nightmares. So if this card gets sent to one of you and it caves in, I'm so sorry. All right. So we got Bob. We got our flowers, right? So we got Bob. All right, Bob. Okay, we're going to put him over here. I think we're going to have Bob. He's going to be, he's just going to be sitting there checking out our flower. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to put our sentiment right up in the top. Oh, I know which one I want to use. Okay, and this is for all of you. I wish I could send exactly you guys foam tape. That's right. That's right. Foam tape. You got it. All right, now, because there's something seriously wild about me in crafting, I'm going to hope that that's straight. We're going to go with it. Everybody, please send out positive vibes into the universe that is straight. It's easy enough to change if it's not. It honestly, it really is. I am looking, it looks straight, but that's the famous last words, right? I'm afraid if I tamper with it, I'm just worried. When you think it's straight and then you adjust just a little and you stamp it and it's crooked, you're like, I bet it was straight before I moved it. That's always my thought process. All right. Ha ha! It was straight. We are awesome at crafting, you guys. We are a fabulous team. We work very well together. Okay, and let's see. Trying to see. Okay, that's a blue. Oh, those might be pretty. Those are kind of a tealy. Those kind of match Bob. Those kind of match Bob a little bit. I was just seeing what we had to match Bob. I love these kind of brownie ones, and they kind of match my flower. I'm obsessed with these. The Sicilian Amber. I highly recommend everybody buy those. I love them. There'll be a run on the Altenew store. Everybody will be like, what is going on? Everybody's obsessed with Sicilian Amber. Okay. I feel bad. My apologies, you guys. We usually create at least 2 cards. It really is me. You can see my identifying, my husband's bracelet, and my wedding bands. It really is me today. However, we had, I had the technical difficulties, and then I couldn't stop chatting with you in the beginning. I should have chatted and crafted. But we also did a Stamp Wheel 2.0 little quick demo. So we did a lot today in our hour together. All right. So I think I feel like Bob's attacking the flower. Bob, B-O-B, Bob. I feel like he's heading in for the flower and attacking my flower. But I mean, look how pretty this is. Okay, close your eyes if you're vertigo. There we go. Look how pretty that is. Look how simple. And the thing, if you're not going to put on Bob, right, you could pick a different sentiment. You don't have to use them. You could put, you did it. You could put sending love. well, the tweeting happy thoughts, people would be like, well, where's your bird? So you might not want to use that one if you don't use Bob. Okay. Or whoever you call your bird. All right. I kind of want to tuck his feet a little bit behind so he doesn't, his toes out front. I feel like he's attacking the flower. So to make me happy, we are going to tuck Bob behind the flower so that he's landing, not attacking. We don't want Bob attacking the flower. You know, like when hawks see certain things, they attack. I just saw that on TV. Hawk, they didn't mean to have something out and hawk attacked something. I don't know. So yeah, that's all I could think of was Bob taking the flower over and attacking it. So, all right, here we go. So we're going to just add some of these and sprinkle these in. And there are so many colors of gem sparkles, my friends. I got to put this out into the universe because I think when you do put things out into the universe, sometimes they manifest and they happen, or, you know, maybe somebody from product development is listening. That's the other option. Probably the closer option. I would love a sheet of these little ones. I love the little ones. Like I use so many little ones. All right, we're going to tuck that up with Bob. I'm going to kind of tuck it over in there. And then we will do this. So I apologize, you guys. I am back with you next Monday. And I promise we will make 3 cards to make up for my fallacy today of not getting. All right, and we're going to put one up here. Oh, you know what we need? We need gem sparkle hearts. We need gem sparkle hearts, guys. We need those. I need a heart because it said sending you a feathered hug. Bob needs a heart. All right, here we go. Yeah, it's been a silly Monday, if you guys can't guess. All right, so we've got 5 and in various triangles. So very fun. Yes, the little ones. Oh, good. We have others. So I can say, hey, everybody wants little ones. Now, because I don't want to rip my card up, all I do, okay, taking my tweezers, they're together. There's a spot here that is not touching my mat. I'm touching the hard plastic in back. Then I'm going to lift my mat up, okay, because I just washed this. Look, you can see it's very sticky. See, look at that. It's holding, and I've pulled it up. It's the corners coming up, though. So I'm just going to bend it to my hand, okay, and then that way I didn't move any gem sparkles. I didn't tear anything because I just washed that. Oh, good. I'm so glad. We need those. I will suggest it. I just thought of it, Teresa. I just looked at that and I was like, oh, I need a gem sparkle heart for Bob. So I will have to send it over and say, Bob needs a gem sparkle heart. And I will get, who's Bob? And why does he want a gem sparkle heart? But I will suggest that. So yes, so here is Bob landing on his beautiful carnival magic flowers. I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing the new colors. Let me kind of put these out. And remember, if you have to, right? Or if you want to, I should say, not have to, pop Grapevine right in there. They're good friends. Okay. And I promise you that we will work on some more color combos. Here's Olaf, Sugar Kelp. We'll work on some more new color combos and integrating these more because we only brought in Grapevine, right? We brought in one. So we got to get some cool color combos, mixing and matching these families and getting all the Altenew love. And yes, so Bob's doing well. Bob is doing well. I hope. Now, for those that are newer crafters, and I'll come up so you can see my face. Oh, goodness. I have too many programs asking me too many questions at once. Oh, goodness. Okay. Okay. And my light, we'll move my light. There we go. That's better. For folks that are newer to color combinations, I highly recommend making a note when Altenew releases a set like this. Okay. Make a note of the groups that come out together because they go together. Okay. Like one of my favorites was Martian Terrain, Northern Shore, Nature's Wonders. They work beautifully together. They're gorgeous. Or the Sun Kissed Delights, the Jade Dreams, and the Blushberry Bliss. Beautiful together. Altenew has taken the thinking out of it for you. So you can mix and match. You can be creative. You can come up with beautiful color combinations. But if you're a newer crafter, that's a great way to know everything coordinates. You don't have to think about it. Same with artist markers. Okay. If when they release them in a set, make a note. You can store them. Like I store mine up there in slots in rainbow order, but make a note with who they came out in the set with. You can also see it on the swatches for the artist markers on Altenew. But definitely do that if you're a newer crafter. That's a cheat, tip, trick, whatever you want to call it, to help you with your colors. And as you get more confident, you're going to be able to substitute some of those colors, other colors in, like bringing in Grapevine or bringing in Blushberry Bliss or whatever colors you want to, as well as under the freebie section, we have color palettes for you. If you want to push the envelope, have some color fun, go check out the color palettes. They're gorgeous. And I use them in my Saturday group. And I've had some of the girls go, I would have never put that together, but it's gorgeous. So check out those palettes as well. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Thank you so much to Bernadette for having all the answers and sharing all the beautiful, wonderful things that are coming up from Altenew, all the links. And I get to see you on Monday the 30th. I'm already so excited. We will have 3 cards. I'm determined now, although maybe this proved I can make 1 card because I usually can't. I usually have to make multiples. So maybe I proved something today. I can make 1 card with Bob. I just need Bob and I can make 1 card. Thank you all for hanging around and sharing some crafty time with me. It's always the highlight of my weekday month to spend a little time with you guys crafting with the beautiful Altenew supplies. And from all of us at Altenew, thank you so much for allowing us to help you craft your life. We'll see you all very soon. Bye, everyone.